The Election Commission of India has started its Special Intensive Revision or SIR of India's electoral rolls. The EC says this is an attempt to clean up and purify India's electoral rolls. It is starting this exercise with the Bihar Assembly elections that are due just in 3 months. The EC says it's trying to clean up electoral rolls, but in actual fact, this Special Intensive Revision exercise or SIR exercise could lead to a vast number of voters being denied the right to vote. Here are 10 questions that I have compiled for the Election Commission. Dear Election Commission, please answer these 10 questions. Question number 1. In January 2025 itself, the EC had completed a very detailed review and updation of Bihar's state electoral rolls. A very detailed review and updation had been completed. What suddenly changed in 6 months that the EC has decided to entirely revise its own rolls? And that too at a time when the monsoon is going on, when floods are going on. Why has the EC suddenly decided to update and review its own rolls, which it had updated and reviewed just 6 months ago? What's the reason? That's question number 1. Question number 2. The EC is saying that all voters registered after 2003 have to validate their voting rights with fresh documentary evidence. But is the EC therefore suggesting that those who have voted in the last 5 assembly elections since 2003, in the last 5 general elections since 2003 have been fraudulent voters? Have the voters who have voted since 2003 already in 5 assembly elections and 5 general elections, are they all fraudulent? That's question number 2. Question number 3. This is divided into 2 parts. A, the EC now says that you don't have to give documents, you only have to give a fully filled form. But what is the guarantee that even if you've given a fully filled form, on the day of voting, you will be suddenly told that you don't have the right to vote because you're not on the rolls? What is the guarantee that after giving in the fully filled form, you will be put in to the electoral roll? That's the first part of question 3. The second part is that 5 of the documents which the Election Commission is wanting as proof of identity do not have date of birth, do not have place of birth. 5 documents do not show place of birth or date of birth. Then why is the EC asking for these documents? That's question number 3. Question number 4. In 2002-03, the EC commissioned an intensive review for over 1 year. Why now is this survey being done, this SIR survey, in just 3 short, hasty months? That's question number 4. Question number 5. Why is the Election Commission discriminating between those who were on the electoral rolls before 2003 and those who have joined the process after 2003? Why this random date 2003? That's question number 5. Question number 6. Is the Election Commission preparing a citizens register, the NRC, or is it actually cleaning up electoral rolls? Preparing a citizens register is not the job of the Election Commission. And what happens to the large mobile, poor and migrant population and other who are going from state to state, migrants, poor, who do not have these documents but who are keen to vote? What happens to them? That's question number 6. Question number 7. For the last decade, the Election Commission is screaming Aadhaar, Aadhaar, Aadhaar. Show your Aadhaar card, show your Aadhaar card. Now suddenly, the Aadhaar card, widely recognized as a proof of identity, is no longer considered adequate by the Election Commission. Why this change of heart on Aadhaar? That's question number 7. Question number 8. The Election Commission is accusing the opposition of not knowing facts and saying that the opposition is misleading. Has the Election Commission bothered to read the many news reports that have come out about the trials and tribulations and harassment and traumatic suffering of voters who are struggling to get these documents to get themselves on the electoral roll? That's question number 8. Question number 9. Is the EC aware of the huge empirical evidence that exists that a vast number of people across states could lose the right to vote because of this so-called Special Intensive Revision or SIR? That's question number 9. Question number 10. Who or what does SIR stand for? Sir. Who does SIR stand for? Does it stand for Special Intensive Revision? or does it stand for the big boss of the Election Commission? Election ka sir kaun? Who is the sir of the Election Commission? That's question number 10.